Give your players a great single-player game, and they will play it for a month, or maybe 2. Give them room to express themselves via robust character creation options, cosmetic items, etc. And many of them will keep playing your game for years, wringing every ounce of enjoyment out of it. Back in 2011, veteran game dev Tiger Style, Waking Mouse, co-founder Randy Smith, took the stage at BD to deliver a great talk that touches on just this issue. How do you design a great game that gives players room to express themselves creatively, and once you have accomplished that, how do you listen to and respond to that creativity? Smith explored these questions in more detail than we can get into here. So if you missed seeing it live, or just want a quick refresher, make sure to watch it now, that it's freely available on the official GD YouTube channel. In addition to this presentation, THEGDC Vault and its accompanying YouTube channel offers numerous other free videos, audio recordings, and slides from many of the recent Game Developers Conference events, and the service offers even more members-only content for DD Vault subscribers. Those who purchased all access passes to recent events, like DD Vault, already have full access to DD Vault, and interested parties can apply for the individual subscription via the DD Vault subscription page. Group subscriptions are also available. Game-related schools and development studios who sign up for DD Vault Studio subscriptions can receive access for their entire office or company by contacting staff via the THEGDC Vault Group subscription page. Finally, current subscribers with access issues can contact DD Vault technical support. Gamasutra and DD are sibling organizations under parent company Informa. Spatelo's developer Improbable has confirmed that it will once again be able to fully support Unity in all its future development endeavors. Finally, putting fears to rest for any developers that may have been worried about the future of their Spatelo's projects running on Unity's engine. It's the conclusion of a week-long public back and forth between the two companies, one that both began and ended with changes to Unity's terms of service. In a blog post, Improbable confirms that Unity is now freshly reworked tools, and the company's decision to reinstate Improbable's Unity licenses means that it can continue to support its Spatelo's gig for Unity at the long term. In a statement sent to Gamasutra, Improbable also says that the company is glad Unity Technologies has done the right thing by making Unity an open platform, though it still believes a formal partnership would be in developers' best interests. As stated in Unity's blog post yesterday, the tools update means Spatelo's is no longer in breach of Unity's terms, but is still not a supported third-party service. We would like to move forward positively, and would also like to note that what we think is an incredibly positive thing came out of the events of the last week. Continues the statement. The three largest third-party engine makers in the games industry have now confirmed that developers should be able to host engines wherever they want in the cloud. This is a key step, technologically, towards making the next generation of virtual worlds possible. No matter how great your game is, people will not play it if it's a pain to approach, learn, and play. That's why good user interface and user experience (UX) design is so important in today's crowded game market. And at the 2019 Game Developers Conference in March, you will have access to a smorgasbord of expert talks aimed at helping you create more approachable, more enjoyable games. Most notably, THEGDC 2019 GameX Summitis, packed with expert sessions on the fundamentals of a strategy, as well as best practices to improve overall quality and increase the likelihood that your game will create and sustain engagement. The recent and popular addition to the X Summit is the place to be if you want to learn about all facets of the user experience discipline in the video game industry using knowledge from cognitive science, psychology, and application of research findings. Plus, as part of the Board Game Design Day, game dev veteran and DX is fine. Founder Jason Schklar will be presenting a talk on designing great X into your game board and pieces that promises practical X advice for both board game and video game designers. Schklar has been running a board game X exercise with various groups of video game developers as a way of thinking about how board and pieces design influences the ability of a board game. Specifically, it has participants figure out how to play board games without reading the instructions rulebook. In this talk, Jason will present a summary of findings during the sessions, including sessions with kids at his local elementary school board game club, and some tips for making games easier and more fun to learn. You should also check out Building a Unified Cross Project to a Framework from Cyborg Games, Subway Surfers, UX designer, Natalia Rabrova. Because Cyborg had to solve a real problem as it grew, multiple teams working on different projects with different UX strategies. To prevent player confusion and avert disaster, Cyborg had to figure out how to build a unified, cross-platform movie that would not throw players for a loop. In this talk, Rabrova will walk you through the process of building and supporting such a cross-project to a framework in Unity, and practical considerations of how to decrease time spent on GUI development and implementation using an atomic design approach. This session will also show you how to get the most out of reusable skin templates while building and sharing a company-specific library of GUI patterns and components. And in areas found in the universe, New Frontiers for Audio X, Magic Leap technical sound designer Brad Shipes will explore a thrill of audio within broader user experience X, pulling from real-world examples from many platforms, operating systems, and applications. This talk tracks the evolution of how sound relays information and feedback to users. Notably, Shipes aims to explore the current ecosystem of no media amidst devices to see how audio feedback is being utilized for new paradigms of X design and natural user interfaces. The session ends with a look into possible futures of X design, one where audio is disregarded as easy, and another where audio is boldly integrated as a core feature from the start. You will also want to check out lessons from Duolingo, how to make learning hard things easy, presented by DUOLINGOSCNIO Engineering Manager Care Insight. You might wonder how a language learning app could influence your game design, but consider this. Duolingo, one of the world's most popular platforms for learning languages, in part because it seems to make very challenging tasks appear approachable. In this talk, Tsai will show you how Duolingo created an experience that caters to all sorts of learners while keeping retention numbers up and improving learning outcomes. Attendees will get a crash course covering Duolingo's 6 years of lessons learned on its way to becoming the world's most popular application app, and should hopefully walk away with practical learnings to apply in their own work. Finally, do not miss Mind Your Tone, creating a CX content strategy for talking to real people, from Sony Interactive Entertainment's Russ McLaughlin. The way you talk to your players is key to making your games approachable and enjoyable. So you might get a lot of mileage from that since Sony have learned about speaking to players. PlayStation has worked to evolve its content strategy over the last 5 years, moving away from the tech writing style of the PlayStation 3 era to a smarter, friendly approach that drives engagement by speaking directly to what players want, and even redirects their behavior in ways they agree with. In this talk, senior writer and content strategist Russ McLaughlin takes you through the origin and philosophy behind PlayStation's brand-based tone of voice, the metrics that demonstrate its success, and the processes necessary to making it work.